The year is 1405. The Lahamm Archipelago is living a time of unrest. The war between Saria and England is raging. The defection of Commodore Henry Morgan led to the assassination of Queen Rada Hungary. King Henry IV, filled with hatred and pain for the loss of his wife, started to call upon every available sailor to join the war and retaliate against the enemy. In the middle of the archipelago, Aegeus finally declared his independence and now is looking to build a strong nation. On the other side, the end of the War of the Coin left the Republic of Calgary in desperate need, and Fradeker seems willing to help in exchange for territory and resources. But a new religious movement is slowly building inside of this old kingdom, threatening to break it apart. In the south desert nation of Aegyptus, a civil war is threatening the commercial alliance with Obolowa. If the leaders of those oligarchic nations do not put a stop to this madness, there will be no commerce in the future. Welcome. I'm Hunter Storyteller David, and this is Tales of the Forgotten Seas. A brand new show that explored the lives of a group of fantastic characters involving the vicious and complex stories that I created. Are they some swaggering anti-heroes? Strange, fascinating one? Maybe some social revolutionaries? Set sail with us in this fantastic world and discover the true meaning of adventure. Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of the Tales of the Forgotten Sea tabletop roleplay game. We had an interesting couple of episodes. We had a little bit of mystery mixed with illusion, horror, some people will say threat. But it seems to be just an illusion. Maybe the mist that surround the Chatterpond River was having some strange effect of our player's mind. Strangely, it didn't seem to involve anyone else. Almost like they were almost like target. For what reason? Why? We're still debating on the matter. But they also had the chance to speak a little bit with some important character. One of them is Eleonora. She is apparently not mute, but she has difficulty of speaking, especially with that horrible throat wound that she showing. She's a witch. She's connected with Charles Vane. The player knows, the character doesn't. And also, we had a very nice chat with the Baroness. She seems to be a very nice, very calm, very charming lady. Someone already tried to bring her to... You fancy her, but that's another story. Right, Jean?
It's not it's not her that I fancy in particular, but it's because of her status that might help us in our investigation. It's all part of the job. It's all
Yeah, it's
professional.
all part of the job. I mean, feelings, what are those? Also, we met another series of interesting characters, like Xing Oakley, the mayor of the town, and also apparently is not just the mayor of the town, is also the owner of the only tavern in town, plus is also the head of the guild, Hunters Guild of the area. It's maybe it's because he has a lot of connection, or maybe it's because this is a very, very small community where everyone does a little bit of all of everything. We'll see about that. And we also discovered he has an husband named Bob, and he has 5 adopted children. Mary is one of them, and she welcomed our heroes into what is now being slowly set up room where they are going to spend at least part of their stay in town. They didn't speak about the payment yet. They were just went to only see the room. And they were just having a chat and discussing what's the next step, making some supposition and assumption of what's going on. And that's where we left off. So,
Don't forget about the mayor.
Xing is waiting for you for the day after to bring him the papers. So I didn't forget about that. But he's also waiting all of you guys downstairs to present your money to pay for the room. Because they don't run a charity. Also, this place is, and that's an information you guys already have, it will be very soon packed with a lot of, let's call it tourists. Because there is an event going on in a week or so time, probably a week and 2 or 3 days. There is going to be a festival. A Rock Hill Shaman Monster Festival. What is about? Some of you already have an idea about it. Some of you don't have a clue. Also, you guys have seen Cervantes bringing some strange creature into the field that is going to be the center of this festival. They were inside crates and covered with clothes and such. But the sounds coming from those crates were not completely natural, that's for sure. So, as I said, that's where we left off, so please guys, tell me what you're going to do.
Well, I need to take Riska and go shopping.
Yeah, and before you do that, I remind you that it's in the evening, you were waiting for the day after to do so. This is the
We
time.
need to
No,
go
no,
talk to the mayor
I'm just
first.
making sure that this time it will happen.
It will happen, I promise you, it will happen. It's just that
I think
you
right
keep
now
insisting
we're
on doing it
due.
at night and it's not possible.
Well, we can do it at night. Every store is open at night, potentially.
Potential, yes.
They get cheaper at night too, as well.
Absolutely.
A lot cheaper, yes, yes. I like your way of thought.
I mean, you don't know that,
It's not that old.
but Riska has a little bit of experience in thievery. But that's an information for the players, not the character. You didn't talk about your past between each other. So, I'm guessing you guys decided to went down and pay your respect to the owner and also to pay your fee.
I tell the guys that okay, so we're here, we settled, we've had we already had a very weird experience. By the way, I check my silver. Is it in? Do I have 91 or 111 as I remember I had?
111.
All right. So since we all had this beautiful hallucination, I'd say we go drink ourselves.
I think the innkeeper mentioned they had stews as well. Duck and rabbit, if I remember that
Yeah,
right.
for tonight.
Duck.
Duck in a stew? Come on, man. Let's have the rabbit one.
All right, I could go for a rabbit and a brew.
Okay.
Let's go downstairs then.
Jean, Hazel.
I also need to talk to the innkeeper about payment because since I don't have a lot of silver on me, I need to play a bit, probably for the tavern.
No, come on, I'll pay for you.
Sure, but I enjoy it either way. Okay, you can pay for it. If you're up for paying for me, I have no problem with this. If you have so much money, I have like 1.5 silver.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah, obviously I'll pay for you. I even buy you a drink. Come on down.
you're my best friend.
Last time we had a quick glance of what's going on and where you are and etc. But you didn't take the chance to take in how actually this place looks like. Just to give you an idea, on the floor where you are, there are almost like a U-shaped corridor. On right and left side of this corridor, there are 3 rooms each. You were supposed to settle in 2 of them, but you guys decided to bunk all together in one. And that is the reason why there's going to moving right now. There are like a couple of young boys. They are moving the bunk bed to make sure that you guys fit in the same room. Down the U-shape south, there is probably much what it looks like a dining room and another big room where you have seen little Michael and Mary coming out. This is probably the child room. There is another floor, probably private rooms of the owners, maybe a kitchen, maybe a lavatory. But at the moment, you guys didn't explore that part. When you walk downstairs, you guys enter what it looks like very large area that has the main desk of the bar where all things are served, and on top of that there is a series of shelves with different kind of alcoholics and also jugs and other ornaments. And now that you notice that there are a lot of heads of stuffed animals, mostly a bear and other such like creature that adorn the inside of this place. I mean, as said, King Oakley is the head of the local hunting guild, so this doesn't come as a big surprise. Behind the main desk, there is on the left side there is a door that leads to the kitchen where Bob and other few people at the moment are working. And in the main room, there is something between 8 tables in total, and a desk and a chair that is being pushed on the side, and there is almost on top of what probably once was a little stage where people were performing, etc. But now it became the mayor office in order for Xing to do his job, even when he's not actually hosting in the tavern. Xing turn his reptilian head towards you guys when you walk down, and it just kind of smile, and with a snapping kind of way of talking, just everything is something that you like.
Everything is amazing. Thank you very much.
So, how one?
The room is excellent.
Let's talk about money. I know you're here to enjoy the festival, some even work. So, how about 3 gold a week?
3 gold a week each.
Yeah, including breakfast and dinner.
I look at Jean and I say, I don't have that much money.
Can I try to barter a bit? Like
Of course you
to. Okay, so what I tell him is that I understand that this is the fair price for this place, but since we're all squatting in the same room, maybe you could cut off a bit of the price because we're using only one room. It's only just bunk bed. You will have more guests for the other rooms as well left.
So I'm tiny. I don't take up no space. I'm like,
we don't make that kind of things. We don't shame on size, and we don't make differences about ethnicity here. So,
are you playing the race card right now, really?
Well, he's
look
right.
at you, like, maybe.
This excellent businessman is right. We shouldn't
How
discriminate
about
between
I
clients,
cut down to
customers.
2 gold a week?
I look at Ember.
It's 20 silver. You can do
It's
it.
20 silver.
I'll be broke. Not broke. Okay, I have
Ah.
silver. Okay. Try to haggle him a bit
I
more.
have an idea.
What did you say?
He has an idea.
We'll sell the boy with the guitar. It's okay. Yes.
Not that.
But the boy.
We are going to have a lot of guests, and I will be very busy as a mayor to take care of all the people that visit. So someone need to help my lovely husband to bring some food. I usually going out in the morning, hunting and such. But between my duties and etc., I will be a little bit short-staffed on the matter. What if once a week you go hunting for me and I cut down 5 silver?
5 silver each?
Yeah.
That's a very good deal.
I think
I
that's a
have
very
a
good deal.
What
It's
if
one.
me and Jean play for you and entertain the guests?
Where?
I'm not very good at hunting.
That's what I need.
Come on, Ember, we can hunt.
I'm sorry, we don't do a lot of entertainment here because it's just a small community. Also, all the entertainers will be at the festival. They are not coming in this tavern.
That
Oh
is true.
yes, I'll be in the festival too. That's right.
Do you need help behind the bar? I'm decent at mixing things.
That's so true.
I mean, maybe. The thing
I guess
is,
I can help Hazel with hunting.
Yeah, let's go hunting. We can do this.
so
Okay.
you work for me. We look at all of you. I give you task once a week, same day for everyone. So you guys don't mix and have problems of I'm busy or I need to do this. Same day, all of the four of you, and I choose the task: doing cocktails, hunting, barding, such like. Is there what you guys offering?
Could work actually. Except how? When is the festival again? Can you please remind me? Is it a week from now? Is it 2 weeks from now?
A week and 3 days.
A week and 3 days. So we only need to work and pay for rooms for these days. I don't think we're gonna stay after the festival.
Oh, the festival is going on for the week, so I'm
Oh.
planning to have you guest for 2 weeks in total.
All right, I can see that.
Okay, I'm game.
The main event is only 1 day, but the festival goes on for 4. 1 day before, the day of the Charmaine, and the 2 days after.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go on, go on.
this seems like a good deal, and I give him my hand in like
He shook
agreement.
He has the rough, scaly hand of a Sarikart, but also of the kind of hand of someone that work. You know, the scallous hand of someone that is used to hold things and work with his hands. Xing is not massive guy. It's compared to his husband. Actually, it's kind of a small frame, but he has the muscular body of someone that is trained. I also want you guys to roll me a perception roll. This is for everyone.
Perception should be rolled with.
Panache.
Panache. I got a 5.
All right, Ember starts wild in this session with 3 6s.
Okay.
Jesus.
Damn. I mean, it was because I made my relationship with Talor a little bit better. So the big guy upstairs is
The
like,
guy
yeah,
upstairs is
have
like,
some,
yeah, you're
have some
doing
60,
good,
honey,
man.
yeah, in the house.
You're doing good, little one.
I got an 8, if that still matters.
Okay.
I got a 3.
I've got a 3, a 5, an 8,
That's fine.
and we are waiting for Amber
Oops.
with this probably a critical token right out of
Well,
the
it's good. So like
I haven't
45.
stopped rolling 6s.
Hey!
Oh my god. 80. 95. Can't stop counting. My
That
God.
big?
That big? Yeah. It's not the
How much
size
did you
that
get, Amber?
matters.
Right,
Yes.
I got
Of course,
I
it
finally
rolled
got a
higher
2.
than
Oh, right,
everyone.
I got a 2 in 53. No, 63.
You got a 6.
I literally rolled a 63. I rolled 3 6s,
Okay.
then a 6, a 5, and a 2, then a 6, then a 6, then a 6, then a 2.
Okay, guys. This is the highest roll possible. Your attention to this tale is heroic. It's like you know everything. At a certain point, you notice there are like 5 people around the table rolling dice, and they disappear for a moment. But you spot them in the corner, almost like a
I got comic awareness for like 5 seconds.
Yes. You know the intricacy of the world for just a few seconds, but because of the critical token that I'm just giving you, and I was going to ask you for a second roll after my description, but I will not. I will consider that this will be all the things you need right now.
I think the end of the campaign was probably.
Right, that was the.
So,
I've never rolled this guy ever.
no, that's the the first time ever. So, Riska, this is an information where I start with you. Xing has a necklace, a little chain around his neck, almost like mine, but I have a stone here. He has something else. It's almost like a little sword with wings on the side. And the wings, they look like blades. Each feather of the wings. It's a small symbol. As a member of the Royal Navy, you know that symbol. At the moment, it's a little bit hard to pinpoint where you have seen it. However, Ember, you also notice this, and you notice that there is a little incision on the side. So you focus on 1 second and you notice that there is a date. That is probably around 20 years ago. And the symbol is exactly the same, of course, but you know exactly what it is. That is the symbol of the Arcane Paladin. A section
Paladin.
of Paladin. They also known simply as the Paladin. They are as a section of the Navy, section of the military units of this country that operate both in the Navy and as a foot soldier. And they are in charge of transgression of sorcery. So they also known as some people call them as the Punishers, because they going around and, kind of judge and jury determine if you have done some transgression in terms of inappropriate use of magic or also necromancy.
Like the Inquisition.
Like the Inquisition. But the Inquisition,
Oh my god.
it's more something that Saria has. And they are, they it's pretty much their equivalent unit in Ingetir. But where in Saria they have the Inquisitor religion faction, in Ingetir they are a military faction. They have different rules and setting. When in Saria, the Church of Milas determine through a series of law, circumstances and spells and etc. You go through a series of tests, and the Inquisitor provide those tests. In Ingetir, this is a matter of law, and if the law say that you have transgressed, they send the paladin to make sure that you don't do it anymore.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
What happens if this paladin learns about Ember and Talor?
Oh, Talor is
Not
definitely a
confused.
transgression in terms of religion, but that is more something that you need to be worried about if there is an Inquisitor in the area, because they are, as I
Okay.
said, a religion faction, where the Paladins are more like, this is the law.
The military.
They don't care about your religion's belief, it's more like improper use of magic.
Okay, we're safe.
The thing for you, Ember, is how your school of magic will be seen by a paladin. It's a matter of personal belief and perception, and so maybe a certain paladin will be more forgiven, when maybe another will just decide that you are guilty and take the matter in their hand, or to be precise, in their sword.
Let's get blood on that person.
Guys, let's find a table somewhere quietly.
Good.
Xing
Sure.
just okay. So, can I have my money?
I pay for the first night. It's 15 silver for all of us. No, 15 silver each, right?
15
Not for a
silver
week,
each,
for a
but
week.
it's not the first night. It's
Yeah,
for
for
the
the
week.
week. Yeah, yeah. I meant for the week. So if 15 silver for it's 60 silver for all of us, right?
Yeah, 60 silver for you.
Pay for all of us.
All right. Okay, I pay for me and Jean, and
You need
no,
you
wait.
guys.
I pay for all of us, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them.
If you
I'm
guys think about it, if a ferry rate will go between, 1 or 2 silver an entire week of room plus food, 15 silver doesn't seem too much. You immediately realize that if it's not you, there is going to be someone else to take the room, because there are a lot of people coming. But anyway, Xing take the money. You see him opening a little box, putting them all inside it, close it. Food coming right up. How we going? Rabbit, duck. What do you want tonight?
That'll be rabbit for me, please.
Yeah, rabbit for me too.
Let's go rabbit.
And this gentle lady.
Do we have something that is not animal?
Oh, vegetables. I have potato. I have lentils. I have also taros.
Maybe we'll be fine.
Do you have any fruit?
Fruit. Apple.
Can I have an apple, please, as well?
Of course. Yeah, an apple. It's a.
Thank you very much.
And you hear him shouting, "Bob, do we have apples, right?" "Yeah, I'm using for the porks." "Yeah, save one. We have apples."
Thank you very much.
Probably gonna be a little warm.
I don't care, I don't mind. I just need a small knife to peel it.
Okay. So you guys head towards a table. The atmosphere is quite nice, a little bit relaxed. There is not a lot of people inside at the moment. Probably other 4 people on top of your presence, so 8 in total. But as I said, this is a small town, this is a very small community. You don't know exactly how many people lives here, but by the number of houses, not so many.
When Hazel objects initially about the money, I tell her that we'll figure it out. Don't worry. I don't care. Ember is like that with both money and possessions in general. He's easygoing. If you are part of my company, so we all share.
So you are a guy now at the table, one of the 8 people present, and you say that you want to be in a small, more private corner, right?
He wanted to be as far away from the paladin as possible.
Yep.
Okay. There is such kind of table. In order to make sure that you guys are sitting together, you need to bring another one close because there's not very large, a small rounded table around it. And unless you guys are planning to do something, etc., the time will move nicely for a little bit until Mary will shows up with your food.
I don't know if Ember says something about the paladin to us, or he doesn't
Yeah,
mention it.
I wanted to. All right. The moment we sit down, I look around and I inform them about what I saw. I tell them that he is kind of a judge, jury, and executioner, pretty much, and it's just up to him. We should lay low in front of him. I don't know if you guys are magic users. I guess in my head, the risk is magic, so I mostly tell that to him. I
Man of
haven't.
science. So that's what it was, though. A paladin.
Yeah,
Had it at the tip of my tongue.
and I don't tell them about Talor, obviously, and I also inform, now that we're all of us, I inform them about the 2 brothers in the ship, because during the traveling period we didn't had any time to catch up of what was happening. So
Sorry, you
I
mean the 2 cousins, the 2
yeah, the
snake folk cousins? Okay.
Gregory and Peter, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just to make sure that you say brothers, and I was like a little confused there.
Oh yeah, cousins in my head, and I've written down contortionist cousins, but it's okay. Okay, so I tell them about them. I tell them about the encounter I had with Baroness Niham and what we said, since I saw Jean courting her, and I tell them about my experience with the mist thing, with the weird.
Do we remember any of that stuff anymore? Because most probably we have forgotten about it.
Your memory is vague. You remember like glimpse of it. The only thing that is clear as the sky for everyone is the feeling of there was someone with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I tell everyone that okay, my initial goal right now is bombs and ducks, but I believe that there's something going on with this legend and this lady and this lake and all that. Jean, you're good with words. It would be better if you would try to find out with the locals about any myths or stories or tall tales, anything.
I have a hunch maybe the Baroness can help me with that actually.
What? Sorry?
I have a hunch that the Baroness might be able to help me with that, with all the things that we said about here, being most probably connected to magic.
Yeah,
I
but
I, li- I, li- I lean in and because he told me that I don't have to sit alone.
yeah, but we're not sure if we should trust the Baroness yet, because I remember from our last conversation that maybe she's a captive of sorts, maybe she's not. We're not sure.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Also, since we know about the Paladin, we should keep it in mind in case uh, the guy, the
Cervantes.
yeah, in case Cervantes is weird again.
Yeah,
We can
because
use him
because
as a bargaining chip.
he's an alchemist and also a
So we can use the fact that he's here as a bargaining chip if he tries to, I don't know,
by
unleash another thing in us.
by the way, I was thinking I'm not really sure that this kind of person, like a paladin, would come for the festivities here. He is probably already on the lookout for some.
Oh, that's actually pretty smart.
Or maybe he's like because it's a traditional festival about magic. That he's here to keep an eye on everyone and see that something bad happens.
Okay, guys, just to make sure that seeing Oakley is the mayor of this town and is living here for a long time. He has a family here. He is the owner of this establishment. So it's not probably didn't came in this town just for the festival.
Yeah, because it was the innkeeper. I thought it was another person for some
No,
reason
it's
because I
still
got
still
confused.
him.
I got confused. Sorry.
I was gonna say I was mega confused, and I was
Me
about to
too.
object.
Okay.
Maybe he's just retired. He doesn't look very paladin active.
Okay,
Okay.
that changes a lot actually because he might be like protecting this place for a lot of time against dark magic and magic users. Sorry, magic users. Maybe he's actually someone that established himself here a long time ago, like 10,
Like
20 years ago.
old adventure.
How old is he? Like,
With
let's look in his
Sarikard,
50s.
with Sarikard, these are to tell because, of course, they don't have the classic wrinkle of a human being or when they started to get older. But definitely for you guys, because you have encountered so many of them, you can start to understand the Sarikard stage by how faded are the color of the scales. And
Right.
probably is in his late 40s, going 50s.
He's not that old.
I mean, maybe I can try to play the innocent card. Hey, Navy buddies, how did you get up here to understand if he's retired or if there's more to this?
Is he part of the Navy though, or just a general?
The
The
arcane,
paladin
Could be
the
both,
arcane
but I could just be
paladin,
saying,
he
hey,
was
by the
part of the
way,
navy at some point. Yes,
the arcane
he might
paladin
not
are
still be
like
navy.
a conjoined team between the navy and the military. Riska, you are asking something?
yeah, I'd like to walk up to Zing again and approach him
Okay.
friendly but discreetly.
Okay. At the moment, he is pouring probably something that look like your drinks, and he raises his hand. Hi.
Hey Zing, I was just wondering, I saw the necklace you're wearing. And last time I saw that necklace, we had, we were sailing towards battle and we had a group of paladins with us.
Oh.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, how did you end up in such a place as Rock Hill?
That's a long story. I will say I was young. I was full of righteousness. That's the word. And I felt the need to prove myself. And I join. I serve for 10 years, and I get a chance for a new life here. So I took it. This summarizes pretty much everything.
That's good for you. Not all people that get involved in the military actually get a nice chance to actually get out and get such a slow paced and safe kind of life. So congrats.
Yeah, sometimes I still think if, but it's better this way. Anyway, don't commit something nasty. I will keep an eye on
No,
you.
no, no. Just curious. Just curious.
No, I'm joking. I'm retired, and I need to take care of this community more than anything else. He seems to smile
Cool.
in your
Thank you,
direction.
Zig.
He seems to be, quite open, straightforward. Before you go, and he put the drinks on a plate and he give it to you.
For the whole table.
Yeah,
Can I take it all with me, or am I gonna make a mess?
don't worry. They are made of wood. If they fall on the floor, you just clean up.
All right, all right. Thank you, Zing. I take the plate and I just walk back to the table with food and drinks.
Yeah, it's just the drinks.
That's not our waiter.
Just the drinks. Just the drinks.
Just the drinks. And a few minutes later, following Yuriska, you see Mary, that is actually now wearing an apron, her curly black hair just in a bun that is just exploding behind her, and she just putting things in front of you. She's not the best waitress ever, but here nobody cares. um, this is a small family operation, and she look at the four of you, and she just whispered to you, Hazel, listen, it's custom to tip the waitress here, but I heard your conversation with Dad. Don't worry, maybe next week, okay?
Oh my god, they're gonna take all of our money.
We're gonna
As
make
long
a
as
lot of
it's
money.
not archery training.
Especially because they don't pay me.
Well, sucks to be you. No,
Oh my god.
No.
no,
She
no.
just laughed.
We'll pay.
She just laughed out loud.
No, there's no way
Keep
we're
an
not
eye
gonna
on
pay.
you. And she just wave and walk away.
There's no way we're trying not to pay in the place where the paladin is.
I agree on that.
Unless you guys are planning something specific, for the sake of moving things forward, we are going to close the evening in a kind of a relaxed note. The horrible dreams, visions, and etc. are behind you. The place is cozy, the food is good. You
Just wanted to give a little detail that you see everyone that John is eating very weirdly. Like because there's meat and there's also stew, because there's stew and vegetables. I eat first all the vegetables, then all of the meat, then I drink the rest of the soup. Like I have a like
methodology.
a methodology. It says the methodology, and after everything is done, I peel very slowly the apple and I smell it a lot before eating it in very small bits and pieces.
The
She's very
apple
weird about
is
food.
strangely tepid, a little bit slightly warm, because they were putting it inside the mouth of one of the pig that was roasting for the day after, and so at the moment is when you peel it, it just came out like this. You don't even need to use a knife for it.
You see me, I squeeze it a little bit, so it puts out a lot of aroma from the apple aroma. So yeah, John is doing a little bit of a ritual when he's eating.
Some of the people inside seems to look at you a little bit because of the way you're doing it, but no one is commenting or judging. It's just they're just curious.
And before we go, I did share with the group what Zing told me, that he served for 10 years and that he got a chance to retire and that he was very friendly about it.
So everything's okay.
Apparently. But is it ever?
We're gonna be fine. We're the good guys, remember?
So, guys, I want you, every one of you, when you guys retire into your new room, deciding to who goes on which level of the bunk bed and such and like. I want all of you to roll 1d6.
3.
6.
5.
1.
Okay? For everyone, the night seems to go nice. It's very quiet out there. The creaking sound of the sound of the crickets and the splashing of water at the beginning is a little bit, kind of not overwhelming, but quite constant. This place is not called the Chatterpond River or the Chatterpond Lake for nothing. There is just this kind of washing and bubbling of the water and the rushing of the water that is pretty much constant. But after a few minutes, when you guys lie down and etc., it seems that it's almost kind of a lullaby that you push your mind at ease and make you sleep. Ember, you are dreaming. It almost seems like you are back in Aegeus, back in your old house. Mom and Dad were there. She was teaching you the rudimental words for Inget here. In the meantime, you were just eager to learn Aegeus from your friends, because they were the most important things at the time. Why you should learn a language that only your fathers speak about, when everyone else speak a different one. The book was a little bit heavy in terms of how much complicated things sounds and etc. Why this word means something in this way, and with an accent it means something completely different. A nuisance of language that you were not caring at all about. And it's time to finally close the study and just run out and go and play. And as every dream, things happen fast. You have flash of things that happens so fast that you don't even realize that you have done those things in your dream. You're running into the field, you play with your friends, you're throwing balls and trying to catch birds, and there is a shift. It's an open field. There is this river on your right hand side, and there is this cabin at the edge of the woods. It's kind of a rectangular shape with the roof covered with leaf, and there is a chimney on top, and there is a little bit of smoke coming out, and there are some ravens and other birds that are just going around the top of the house without never stopping, never resting, just flying in a circle around it. And the door of the house seems to be open, and there is a figure standing there. You can't make up much of the figure, just very tall, very skinny, long figure with long hair, almost like kelp. You're not sure. And all of a sudden, the house move, and not because.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
No, go on.
All of a sudden, the rocks that are around the house seems to move, start to take shape, and almost like humanoid. They grab each side of the house and lift it from the ground and started to move towards you, almost like a procession of people holding a coffin. In your dream, you're standing there watching, and all of a sudden you are at the house, in front of it. Those creatures are not there. The rocks are now around the house again, but no, the house is not moving. The door is still open. From the chimney, there is still the smoke coming out, and the figure is nowhere to be seen. But you heard your name, not your stage name like you use now, but your original real name, Ephemius, being called out by the inside of the house. And you heard giggling and chatting of children from inside of the house. You are very tempted to go, and very scared at the same time. Can I have a willpower roll from you?
Tyler abandoned me. I got a 5.
You got a 5 on with 3 dice.
Yep. 2 to 1.
Very good, very good
Oh,
indeed. You started to take a couple of steps towards the house. You are reaching the hedge. You try to look inside. You are literally at the frame of the door, so you should be able to look inside the house. But there is pitch black darkness there. You don't see nothing. You're still hearing the laughter. And you also hear your mom calling for Ephemius, time to dinner! And in the dream, you wake up and you realize that you had just a long day out with your friends, and now it's time to go back and have dinner with your parents. And you start to think, yeah, I never met anyone there except my friend. And that's the kind of thought that follow you the morning after, when you wonder,
Oh no.
it was a dream or it was a memory. And we get to the morning.
So, good morning, guys. Did you sleep well?
the log.
Perfect.
Yeah, me
Better than
too.
most beds the Navy has to offer. So yeah, pretty good night.
I I think I saw a scene from my childhood years in my dreams. That's weird. Anyway, who's hungry? I could eat a horse or a pony.
Let's go get a horse.
Nice.
Guys eat horses?
I mean, they make great sausages
Ew.
and glue.
True, true.
I knew about that.
But horses are quite a little bit of a rarity in this part of the country, especially because they've been used to transportation, most of it. So they don't have a lot of space to run wild and such. So they tend not to use it in that way. Other countries, definitely they do.
And let's go down. Yeah, let's go downstairs.
Amber, there is a sound that make the beginning of the day a little bit more easy. The quacking of ducks just outside the window.
Woo! I rush outside.
Wait, when you know Cervantes will be having breakfast today here.
I didn't hear anything. I just ran outside.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my god, ducks! And I ran.
And you have it. You didn't notice them yesterday because you came at night. But literally just behind the building, there is a little area where there are with a little fence with ducks, geese, and chickens. And you see Robert, one of the Sing and Bob adopted children, is giving food to all of them. And you just run down. He's a young all-fair fellow that you can immediately spot by the long, pointy ears and very slim facial traits, blonde hair, and you don't even, you just say hello to you and you just rush inside, I presume.
So I want to say that. Wait, I'm so
Yeah.
many emotions. I stop at my tracks and I ask him, "Are these yours?"
Yeah, there are ours. And he is giving, come on. And he is giving,
How big? I'm asking you, David. How big is the biggest duck?
okay, the head of the biggest one is pretty much, in this case, reach your belly button. So
Oh, so they're small.
they're small.
Okay. So I ask him. Oh, I try to play it cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's obvious that I'm trying to play it cool. I'm not
Okay.
trying to hide it. And I'm like, okay, interesting. These are small ducks. Do you happen to know where I can find bigger ones?
Oh yeah, of course. Those are not the adults, especially because when they reach a certain age, we serve them.
All right. Where are the other ones?
Uh,
Hi. I remember. I I give him my hand, and
Hi, and he shook your hand. Sorry. You are one of our guests, right? Sorry, I'm.
yeah, I'm
entertaining.
a performer. I'll be attending the festival, and I'm a beastmaster, and I try to find big ducks for my next number,
Oh, big ones.
preferably ones that I can ride. Preferably.
I don't know about something like that size, but if you want to spend a little bit of time, you can go to the other side of the lake.
What's on the other side of the lake?
You see that? And he points at what looks like a cabin.
I do.
Yeah, that area is pretty much abandoned. You can try there. They're usually, when my dad go for hunting sometimes, and yeah, I think they have seen some ducks there.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Do you think anything else?
Like what?
You're one of our guests. I'm guessing you want something else.
Oh no! I just came here for the ducks. Thank you, and I leave.
Bye. He just go back to his duty and etc. In the meantime, the three of you just walk down the stairs, like wondering what the heck happens to Amber.
Yeah, this is Ember is just being Ember.
Yeah.
Like we go
You
downstairs.
mentioned ducks a few times.
Yeah.
Well, it's been mentioning ducks since I met him. So, breakfast.
Breakfast. As an Ingetirian breakfast is presented to you, you guys realize that there is it's difficult to find vegetables. There are no beans or roots or other things like that in this country. Potatoes, taros, yes. You can maybe a little bit of wild chicory can be presented, and definitely one of the things that is presented to you the previous evening was a little bit of courgette or zucchini, depending on which side of the world you are. At the moment, your breakfast is literally beans, tomato, and sausages.
Nice. That's
Are
actually
there
good breakfast.
any berries, blueberries in particular?
Yeah, there are, and they are presented on the side, and they can be used to make a paste, almost like a rudimentary jam to put on bread and such.
Wow. You see Jean being so excited about the berries.
I actually take some blueberries and stuff them in my backpack.
I get the rest.
Yeah. Go ahead and have them. Yes, absolutely.
No, I don't eat them fast. I eat them one by one. Like, I enjoy it so much.
Like real blueberries, there's this little like acid undertone when after you eat, immediately after the sweetness.
Is Cervantes there, by the way?
No, at least not yet. But it doesn't take very long before it shows up. Amber, you're
There he is.
back, probably sitting at the same table with everyone else, I presume, having breakfast as well. I'm correct?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
And I inform everyone. So
On
I
ducks.
need to give the letter to the mayor. Then we have two options. We either go shopping or we go for duck hunting.
Why not both?
Okay, that was my low ball. I didn't expect for you to be okay with both of those. Yes, we'll do both of those.
We still need to get our tasks from the mayor as well. Because he's going to give us tasks for the week, right?
Yeah,
Maybe duck,
we have
duck
a
hunting
week.
is one of the tasks. Actually.
Yeah, we have a week to do them. It's okay. They'll be done. They'll be done.
By the way, Amber, what is this? What is this thing with ducks? What are you? Is it a hobby? Like, what do you want to do with ducks?
Well, the last name in my state's name is Beastbinder because I'm a beast tamer. At least I aspire to be one. And I find that the duck is the most vicious creature in the world. So I want to find one big enough so I can ride it. I can tame it first, ride it, and then do tricks with it. I think
What
that's
is big
exposure-
enough?
The Akiptonian Ventuk Jin will disagree on the vicious things in the world, but we let this for
Yeah,
another
no.
time.
For me, it's ducks.
For you, it's ducks.
Ducks are relentless, and they remember.
So I take it you don't want it as a company pet, but more like a
And company, yes. What kind of company? Wait.
no, as in like as in a normal pet. Like you want to have some use for it. Like if you're big enough, I assume you want to ride it and maybe.
Have it attack people? Yes.
Okay, cool. That's what I was asking. Yes.
So you want to make A battle steed out of a duck.
A battle duck, yes.
Oh my god. That's
I
gonna
mean,
be
it makes
terrible.
sense that we do shopping and ducks because if you want, we can try and enhance the duck.
I'm listening.
Even the GM is listening because I'm terrified of this.
I mean,
hadn't
I
put-
do have a few elixir in my pocket right now. We could
Oh
maybe
my.
make something longer term for a duck, you know?
Can we find a small sized duck, let's say behind this building, as an example, and use your alchemical knowledge to make it large? Please say yes.
We can. I actually have something in my pocket that would make it kinda violent as well. I do have a feral elixir on me. The problem with that, it's temporary, and once it runs out, the duck will be drawn out a little bit. So maybe we go for something less intense but more durable.
I'm
Well,
listening.
we also have Mr. Cervantes that has a lot of experience with animals.
No, I don't want. I don't want
I
to give.
would I wouldn't like to Cervantes the duck if we
The
can avoid
thing.
that. That's
I
not the vibe I'm going for.
yeah, I'd prefer
Let's not
a
Cervantes the
duck
duck. Okay.
and not a giant mantis duck.
Oh my god.
And
How come Cervantes
speaking
has
of,
become a verb?
Cervantes
Become-
already has a duck.
speaking
I'd
of,
still like to recognize the duck when once we're done, you know.
Cervantes walk into the place,
Shit, we told his name a lot of times and he showed up.
and he look around, like taking it in, just adjusting his hoodies and he scratch a little bit of the skin that seems always peeling a little bit off from his scales. It almost like is, you know, molting season for him, but it doesn't. It's a little bit of patchwork. Sarikar does. They sometimes, lose the first layer of their skin, but that is a process they usually take a couple of days, and they do it all together. Cervantes seems to have forgot to remove these things, and now there's still patch of his molten season there showing. And you see the four of you, and his eyes just go bigger, and he start to smile, and his tongue like just come out from behind his lips. Friends, nice to see you. So, how was your night? I had a very intense, long night. Setting things up. The zoo is almost ready.
Such poor choice of words.
Where did you set up your whole thing?
Oh, there is this very nice area that they set for the event, and I've been assigned a spot, and I set up everything there.
All right.
Why the rush? The festival is in a week. Like, why
I
did you
want
have
to
to
give
set up
my
things at night?
babies just the right place. I don't want them to feel too much of an inconvenience. Is sometimes your animals are almost like an extension of you. You want them to be as good as possible.
Sure, but if you don't get any sleep, then you're gonna fall to the ground, and who's gonna
This is
take
the
care of
reason
them?
I need Gawa right now. A very strong Gawa. Gawa is coffee, by the way, in this world setting. So, I hope that they serve it here. If it's not, I will probably take a nap.
That works too.
Always a pleasure.
And he just
So you're all set up then. You're ready for the festival. Everything
he's
is.
walking towards the thing, and he just turned. Yes, I'm almost ready. Sorry, I want a very good big cup of guavas and nothing else. We don't.
Do they have it?
No, no. Sorry, I can make you a tea. A tea will do. Leave the bag in. Actually, leave 3 bags in.
It's gonna be a strong tea.
Okay. Milk? And he was like, yes, just a drop. And I sit down there with my friends.
Of course he is.
He makes me so uneasy, man. It's incredible.
Always.
Oh, they are friends of yours.
Nope.
Well, I'm like,
Cervantes is just like this, and all of you are like, no, no.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Xing is just okay. And you see Cervantes grabbing a stool and just coming and put the stool in the corner of the table and just sit down. So, what are you up to?
okay, he's that one guy that wants to sit with the cool kids, and we're like, please stay away.
Oh no, now the paladin saw us with that guy. We're accomplices?
Yeah, yeah, but now he also saw us doing that. No, he's not doing that.
Oh
The only one
no.
who didn't see is Cervantes.
Oh no.
Um, so apparently we'll be doing some duck hunting today.
And
Gathering, not hunting.
Gathering, yes, duck
gathering.
gathering.
That. So, I forgot something. I was supposed to tell you something. I
Oh
forgot.
no.
Oh, while you try to remember, we're also trying to do some shopping. Do you know where we can find some alchemical ingredients,
Oh, the local
things that
apothecary.
react? Yes.
Yes. I don't know of him, but I know there is in town. If I remember correctly, his name is Noah? Or something like that. It's better if you ask the innkeeper here. In the meantime,
I will, thank you.
you see Xing putting what looks like a little bit of a more formal jacket with bluish with a little bit of some like long stripes. Just clean up itself and go to the desk and just setting up some papers and
He's the mayor now.
like ringing a bell, ding ding ding, and waiting. And there is
Well, this has been lovely, but I have some business to attend to, and I immediately leave.
okay, and you leave and you start to you literally just go towards him, and you realize that there is a queue outside. And Xing said, as soon as the first person enter, Xing say, as custom, guest first. So, Mr. Ember, please come in.
Oh, thank you, Talor.
Well, you're a guest, so
So,
I
before we
present him
go
the letter.
to Ember and his conversation with the mayor, the three of you with Cervantes at the table just seems to be very interested in what you are doing today and etc. And also, it seems like it doesn't have nothing to do except maybe following you around. And he tried to propose that, like, can I come?
I think I'm gonna take one for the team here. I'm okay. You know what? I'm trying to be his best friend. Like I'm gonna talk and ask questions about him and be very friendly to him because I feel like he needs someone to be friendly with him, so I will be extra friendly with him.
Okay.
And I try to talk to him and I ask him about what he's doing, and I'm telling him that like I've been to stories from a Zeus and maybe a noble woman I met once, and I'm asking also about Eleonora and where she's been, and that she's been lovely, stuff like that. And I'm talking about random stuff.
Okay. You notice immediately a couple of things. When he is trying to talk about Eleonora, it seems to stutter for a second, and his words are very, it seems to come out with a little difficulties. He's
Like
usually like,
he's
ah,
not
yeah, blah, blah,
like
blah, blah, blah. And he's like,
something is stopping him from talking about Eleanor. Okay,
it gives you that feelings. When you start to talk about Geos, he started to talk about Calgary, and he will come from.
excellent.
And there is a couple of things that he came out with that allow you to have a little bit of a mixed feelings about his stories. And that's for everyone. He's talking about his last few days during the war. The war of the war that you guys know as the War of the Coin. The thing is, the War of the Coin ended 50 years ago.
50 years ago. How old is he?
Yeah, exactly. That's the question.
Well, like, you know what? If he starts talking about the war, that's gonna be my genuine reaction. 50. That's like 50 years ago. How old are you? Like a child. Like I'm gonna be like a child about this.
I was a very small young child at the time. I was in my 12
Like something a bit more than 62.
on that
Wow.
side of things. It doesn't. The thing is, it doesn't look like. Probably because it's a Sari card, so it's hard to tell. But his skin, even if is covered with scales, it's very and is almost most of his face is humanoid. It's not like one of those Sarikard with a snout. It's pretty much a human being with scale and very kind of a Voldemort vibe. The thing is, it doesn't seems to be that old. So skin, very good one, or maybe it's his attitude that make him look a little bit younger. It seems full of life. That's for sure.
Cervantes, I would have given you 20 years less, actually. What's the secret for staying this young?
A stop, and he seems to
Oh my god.
look like this.
You broke him.
Sorry,
I gently touched
I'm
him.
not used to compliment. Thank you so much. Your guys are such good friends. What can I say? I have used a lot of alchemical stuff in my youth, so maybe the fumes that came out after the war changed me a little bit.
I tried to ask about that period of his life. Like, how was it? How was the war? What exactly happened then?
As I said, I was very young, it's only 12. I was just witnessing the event. It was also very late into the war. Everyone was leaving Calgary behind. There was not just the fervor of killing each other was gone. But
And how come you end up here
the
in
creature
Ingetir?
was left behind. They are still there.
Oh.
All that magic, all that unsupervised use of necromancy and alchemy and weapons, alchemical weapons, create such a rich and diverse environment that how can you not be part of it?
So glad I'm not there.
You liked the beings that came out of the war, the new creatures that were created.
I mean, they try to kill you for sure, but they are such uninteresting things to study, to know. Think about the possibilities. You have seen yesterday my little birdie things.
We have, and he surely saw us too. Yeah.
Yeah, that one once was a parrot.
And you changed it throughout the night.
Parrot.
Parrot. Yeah, no, I didn't change it. Calgary did. I
Oh, so
just
you got it from
adjust, make the process a little bit smoother. So after the fifth one, they started to not dying anymore or be completely incapable of flying, and now it's perfect.
Did you happen to bring some Calgary with you?
Yes, I always have a little bit of Calgary with me.
What is Calgary in this analogy exactly? Asking, for academical reasons.
Oh, yes. So, it's a surprise. But it's between us. So he's trying to do this to make sure that no one listen. You know those mole, they dig into that. So I ended up playing with one of the savage one, the wild one, and I got the chance to use some of the chemical that I found in one of the ruins. And now it's the size of me.
Wow, that's so amazing, Fernando. Like, That's
Also,
that's that's truly amazing.
develop a
How do you
connection.
maintain control on it and make sure that
Oh, it's my pet.
He feeds it. It loves him.
Yeah, they're all my pets.
What do these creatures eat?
Oh,
Meat?
Good question, John.
the
John,
Ladan,
good
the
question.
mole, they eat insect. A lot of them.
But
In the meantime,
no, skip me. I want to see where this goes.
yep.
Do they eat people?
I'm trying to segue into this part of the conversation. As you can see, I'm tiptoeing in the words with Cervantes.
Sing Oxley is actually welcoming you at the table. And he just straight up his jacket. Okay, so, what you present him to me today?
All right, I have this letter for you. Finally, I give him the letter.
I'll quickly open it. Just checking
It's
in.
from our ringleader, and it's about our company being present in the festival.
Quite straightforward. Seems like a nice contract. Okay, there is a fee to pay in order to stay on the ground. We go for 30% of your income as a tax. We we know that some days it goes higher, some days it goes low. So, of the total amount, we set up what is a fair price that you guys are making every night. And if you make less of that, we're still getting the 30%. But if you go more of that, we go only the 30% of the amount we establish.
I mean, that's fine with me. My ringmaster will have the final word, so I'm just here to deliver this note.
Consider that delivered. Where I put my stamp? Where I put my stamp? And he grab what it looks like a very rudimental stamp, and he stamp on the paper. Anything else?
Yes, can I ask about the Baroness, if I might?
Oh, okay.
So, how such a small place has a Baroness? Isn't it a bit overkill?
So, me and the Baroness father were in together in the military. The man was a very powerful and I will say honorable arcane paladin, like his grandfather before him and his great grandfather before him. The tradition wants that I don't know, many years ago now. It's been such a long time. Sorry, they came here under the kingdom, setting and etc. and amendment, and they make sure that the area was free of fatwas and changeling and such like, and they made sure that nothing bad was going to happen to the few folk that were building their community here. At the time, it was a very small one, not probably the half of what is today. And let me tell you, today, between younger and older people, we are no more than probably 80 people in town. As I said, still a very small community. At the time, after the event, the government thought that someone needed to be in charge of the area and make sure that the barony was under protection and surveillance. So they gave temporary title to the great grandfather of our lovely baroness, and over time the title became a permanent one because the generation that followed started to do other good deeds for the community, and the government thought it was the time to pay off. That's answer your question.
I heard that the Baroness estate is built over a ferry bridge.
Rumors and folklore. There was a circle of stone that people, and there is still a circle of stone that people think is connected to the fatwas. and he is built behind the Baroness estate. But that is something for the time of Druidic folklore and belief. So we are in the modern time under the Church of Caliber. We are not believing such things.
Yeah, I'm asking because I've heard rumors about there's some folk tales that are which are connected to this place about a witch in a lake.
Just rumors.
I want to roll to see how he answers that. If he just dismisses me, or if he's
I
trying to
need
hide
something.
something.
Insight check.
All right, with cunning, right?
Insight, no, is with willpower.
All right. Oh, I don't have any insight. No, it's okay.
Maybe
It's
you're a
okay.
6.
All right. Shoot. Oh, Tyler, why? I got a 4.
No matter the result, it seems like it's, as I said, only rumors.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Mario. I don't want to take up any more of your time. When my ringleader arrives in a couple of days, he'll want to speak with you too. I'll let him know that his message is delivered. I'll let him know about the 30%, and I hope that you'll find in the envelope everything you need for
I
us
mean,
to
there
attend
are
to the
information
festival.
about the size of your tent and how many people and the area that you guys needed for housing and etc. So I think that pretty much cover everything.
All right. Do you know where the market is?
Oh, there is no such thing as a market. There is a store. There is in the main road. You can miss it.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And he
I
takes the
return to the
bell.
table.
Ding! Next! In the meantime, you go back to the table. We finish our conversation, and Cervantes seems to be very happy of talking about this creature and etc. But he kind of doesn't want to spoil too much because he wants to show you when the zoo is open. What is doing in town, except for that, it doesn't say. Is when you talk about his duty is talking about his creature. It doesn't seem to talk about any connection between him and Eleonora. Or
Uh,
Vane, if for what you know.
does he refer to any other helpers that he has? Other people that help him out, like crew? So it's just him and
Unless you
Eleanor and
ask
they set up.
specifically, it doesn't seem to mention them. But you have seen them. You have seen almost like 20 people the evening before just helping out to transport all the crates with the beast inside.
I asked him how did he manage to put up everything in one night? How many people did he need to put everything up, set everything up?
Oh, I had help. Eleonora and his fellow friends. They were helping me out to set up everything.
And are they staying with you and the creatures?
No, no, they are gone now.
Would anyone else like another pint of ale to help digest the breakfast? John, do you want to help me get some?
Yeah, sure, of course, I can help. I'm a strong-built person.
Hazel! Now they're just between the two of
Sorry.
us.
You left Hazel alone.
Eleonora, send a message for you. She say, he does the eye quote, something on the line, I'm looking. I always looking.
Why be so weird, dude?
What's that supposed to mean?
You can ask her. She's in town somewhere. Ah, yes, she say also something else.
Like,
Some of you is not who it seems to.
okay,
So be careful.
I
Well,
think
that
I'm
was
fine.
it. She told me to tell you in private because she trusts you.
Just me. Okay, she doesn't know me though.
Didn't you met on the boat?
Just a small conversation. How can you know a person?
She have feelings for people, you know? Like one of those people that has empathic feelings for other. I heard about them, I don't know.
I've read something.
And you seems like a good person.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're nice girl. You deserve a little compliment.
You seem like a nice guy too.
Thanks. Some people will say I'm not. But there's a matter of opinion, I think. I think I'm a nice guy.
Some
Help
people
us
would-
help you, Cervantes. Come on.
I'm good.
And where do the two of you go?
Towards the bar because I have half a plan to disclose. Is Ember on the way as well?
You
I
can
think
see
so.
him leaving the mayor table.
Cool. I'll start with John then. So I'm sorry about this, by the way. I really am. But you seem to have a sort of like friendly relationship with Cervantes, and I was thinking. I really need to craft stuff, and we need to understand what's going on in that tent with the creatures. He mentioned that Eleonora and the other folks are gone. So maybe if you can keep him busy after the shopping with Ember, I can go to his tent, where he very likely has a decent laboratory I can do stuff in. Ember can go ducking, and I can do the crafting, and we come back and we know more.
Uh, do you think that's a good idea to go in there and with all these creatures around? Maybe they will escape if they see you without Cervantes. I wouldn't go alone there, to be honest. It feels it's very dangerous. What if we just
I can
ask
be sneaky
politely?
about it.
Ah,
I
that's
have
another story.
a past career in the field, you know.
Yeah, but you don't really know what kind of senses these creatures have.
True.
Maybe they feel tremors, or I don't know, they smell you from a mile away.
Not wearing blood this time, so you know that probably helps already.
I'd say against going alone in the tent. If you want, I can maybe challenge him to get us inside and use whatever you need to use. But
Oh, you been
I
just
don't know.
asking?
Yeah,
Can try that.
well, it's safer. And if that doesn't work, we'll finish something.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. And I say we order some ales from not Zing because he's busy and go back to the table to save Hazel.
There is Bob behind the bar at the moment.
You know what? While we're at it, while we're at the beer, I'm leaning in a bit towards Bob, and I'm asking, do you know that guy that's been sitting with us, this advantage guy, has been here last year?
Nope.
First year then. Was just wondering, because he says he's got a big tent and a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on about weird creatures.
If I'm sorry, my husband told me. If I remember correctly, they send quite a few papers ahead. A nice fella. They came in, he chat with all of us. Bald guy, a little bit of tattoos. Quite imposing. One of those Chandri, greyish skin.
So he was with there was another guy talking about his arrival, about Cervantes' arrival.
Oh yeah. That was a week ago.
Did you get a name?
I talk mostly with my husband. Charles, I think.
Ouch.
Or is Vane by any chance?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure that was the name, but I knew it came. He came in, very friendly, fella. It was sightseeing. I asked about, the area around and such like. He wanted to see the cabin, the manor. He wanted to see some of the shop.
What cabin?
Oh, there is the abandoned cabin at the other side of the.
Alright.
It was an hunting cabin, but we are not using it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Did he stay at your tavern?
Oh no, he came and go.
Thank you for the beers. For the ales, let's go back to our team.
Oh, this is the tea for your friend, if you want to call it like that.
Also, I'll just take the tea as well. You want to put something in the tea?
I don't have anything low profile enough to
Excellent.
put in the
That's,
tea.
that's okay. That's okay. I was just making sure. And I bring him the tea. And we drink it. And I am. Here you go, Mr. Cervantes. Your tea.
Thank you! And he grabbed the thing that is scorching hot, and he just... and he dropped on the table.
This guy is so cute. I love that guy. That guy becomes better.
He flat out fell asleep on the table.
Yeah.
Every time then he's breathing, there is like...
Why?
For a moment it seems almost like he's dying.
Can we just put him down at this point?
I look at everyone like I'm a bit confused. Like I don't know how to react to this. Should we go?
He's just sleeping.
Yeah, should we go?
Of course we're gonna go.
Yeah, what? We're gonna
Yes,
sit here and
please.
sit
Let's
and
be
sleep.
silent about it and just walk away.
All right. Just let me get my stuff because I need my weapon with me and my Ruby. Just in case something needs to be lulled to sleep.
As soon as you guys exit, notice something a little bit weird. Okay, as I said, there is a little small queue on the side of the entrance. Probably people that wants to talk with the mayor, now in a more formal meaning. But now that the is up and bright and the sun is out and etc. You didn't notice because probably yesterday night they weren't around, but there is a quite few Usk roaming the streets.
Work for others for like.
The thing is, okay, so far, though this area didn't seems to be very fond of slavery. You didn't see many of them. Strangely, now in the street, just roaming around, there are something like 15 Usk just walking with apparently no task or just just roaming around without an apparent master.
One moment, I get inside.
Okay.
I asked Bob what's with the husks.
Usk?
I mean, there are some husks roaming around. Who do they belong to?
Maybe one of the people that come for the,
So they're not part of the town. That's what I'm asking. Like they're not.
I mean, sorry to say that, but slaves are expensive, and we are not a community that can afford so many of them. Maybe the Baroness, but I didn't know if she hired, bought some new ones.
The Baroness has some husks, right? She does have the money, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And it stopped you. There are so many.
15.
Okay. So,
That's a lot of husks.
I mean, I heard that there was someone important coming, but I didn't know that they decided to bring all of those people with them.
Who is coming? The King of Radker?
I don't know. I don't take track of those. Those are information that my husband has. Anyway, they are just asked. They are just going to roam around. They don't create problem usually.
Usually.
That's what I was like,
By the way, Alex, you remember that I told you that I informed everyone about what I saw on the ship and everything, so you know about the weird husks.
you told me about the weird looking husks.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll keep it in mind.
And your way out, Cervantes keep kind of snoring on the table and etc. And the rest of the team is outside. And now you notice that, yes, this husk are actually doing something. They are collecting small rocks, but on a very, very slow pace. And almost like cleaning up the street.
Right, and just keep an eye on them, and I just tell everyone about the cabin as well, because there's a weird. Okay, so I make a small introduction. Maybe Charles Vane was here, and maybe he's working with Cervantes and Eleonora, obviously. And if that's the person that was with Cervantes, they put an interest into a cabin in the woods that was an old hunting hut that's now abandoned, and the estate, the Baroness's estate.
Oh, that's where the guy in the back with the ducks told me that I can go to hunt. I was planning to go there.
Near the abandoned hunting hut. Well, it makes
Yeah.
sense since it was a hunting hut.
So I was planning on going there.
Maybe we could have a look. But after you want to go shopping, right? You want
Yeah.
to buy some stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just, you guys go on. I want to take a look at the city, at the town, have a walk around by myself for a bit. And I can
From what
find you after.
from what I understood, there's not much to see, but yeah, you do.
On your on the main road, except for a few buildings that clearly are houses, there are three other buildings that are caught your attention. One of them is definitely a church. Is a high building, probably the higher building in the town. There is also circular window in the front with that is made to have the glass in different color with the design of caliber that holding the balance of is between prosperity and destruction and is in this completely calm state. That's the effigy that is definitely for the Caliberian church. There is a large building, much more smaller compared to the church, that has a bell on top of it, in a little kind of a little tower with a bell in it. And by the number of children that are around, it seems to be the school. And last but not least, that at one moment seems just hoping, there is what is probably the only shop in town that has three signs on it. One is the signs of the apothecary, one is the signs of the shop, and one is the signs of the hunting guild. And they are literally hanging in the same from the same pole. And at the moment, outside those three buildings, there are three figures that kind of caught your attention. One of them is a minotaur with white curly hair, styled to follow the shape of his head, a wrinkly face with a stoic of judging expression, and deep blue eyes. Wearing matching boots and leather gloves in green and black. A white shirt under the grey and blue robe of the clerical order of Caliber. And everything seems to decorated with silver lace that depict eyes and scale symbols. And he's just outside the church, sweeping the floor, and he has also like this big book hanging on the side. A pure blood Alfire. And why I say pure blood? Because between Alfire, the same ethnicity, there is the common ethnicity one that you guys have met many times. They have just a pointy ears, almost like a Vulcan from Star Trek. While the pure blood have very long, elongated ears, and their face is kind of a cat-like in terms of how all the traits are a little bit kind of stretched. She has dark skin, a green eye, long dark hair that they are shaved on the side. And like me, she has a long ponytail. One of the ear is pierced with 4 rounder circular earrings, exactly the same kind that Oxley wear on his eyebrows. And she has a small scar on the side of her face. A small, tonic, muscular body. Kind of a little bit more pronounced bottom lips. And a delicate kind of a French nose. She wears black top, shorts, white jacket on top that has green leaf motif, high leather boots, and a red scarf around her neck. And the last figure, it's a bluish skin Hydralacondri or, for the non-knowledgeable of the name, a pufferfish. He has curly brown hair stylized with a line in the middle, large bushy sideburns, handlebar mustache, and large, very large circular glasses. Small gills are on the side of his neck, and he has those very needle spike that protrude from his neck and the back and the side of his face. Very thin, quite a lot of them. Thin, webbed palms and gently smoothed claw at the end of each finger, almost like he carefully make sure that they are rounded and not sharp. He's surrounded by few of the children and he's standing in front of the school. And he wears very large clothes, probably 3 times his size. It's a kind of strange, because the rest of him, it seems very nice, everything is cut quite nicely, tidy, and etc. But he's wearing those large clothes, and he doesn't take a lot before the explanation comes. Because one of the children pull a prank on him and try to scare him. And by reaction, his body just inflates, and he give a little "Ow!" when it does. And at that point, all the clothes are just fitting perfectly on his rounded body. And after a few seconds, it just deflate and just call the little child, and they make their way in. There are other people on the street, but those 3 seems to have caught your attention more than others. What's gonna happen with them? Gonna find it out next episode. And that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks again for watching. Hope you like it. If you do, please hit the like and subscribe, and I see you out there. Just a couple notes. The Tales of the Forgotten Sea game system is not ready yet. We are working on it just to improve it and make it better. One day it will be released, and we all can play it together. Thanks again. Be kind to each other, and see you next time.